Jason, Rick, welcome to your first ArchDaily interview. And the first question goes about this new space. How this new space come to be and what made Fulton Market the right place for this new chapter for KI?
Yeah, so we started this process well over a year ago now. We were in our previous space at the Merchandise Mart for over 50 years, maybe not in the same space, but within that building. So it was a really big decision for us to move. And what brought us to Fulton Market, it wasn't just all of the great brands that we're surrounded by. I mean, of course, that was a really big part of it as well, but it's really about the energy of this neighborhood, the year-round energy of this neighborhood, having a walkable main street just outside the door, right? So that's what brought us here. What brought us to this building was the ability to have a full floor, right, to really create an expression of our brand. Obviously, the windows and the light, all of that, and it's just a great place to work out of.
I think I'll echo a lot of what Jason said. Fulton Market just has a wonderful experience. There's a presence and a vibe that's from the street all the way up to the suite. It really connects with the design community. I think from an architecture and design standpoint, we were extremely excited to work within a brand new envelope. The building really showcased a lot of great sight lines, natural light, something a little different for a showroom, especially moving out of the Mart and into the Fulton Market area. We really wanted to take advantage of such a great social experience and that connection to the street. So really exciting to leverage that.
And now that you are talking about design ideas, and also with the past version of this showroom at the market, what did this new space needed to communicate that perhaps the previous showroom wasn't achieving?
Yeah, it's interesting. In our old space, we had this sort of awkward L-shaped configuration, and the starting point was sort of led you to a faraway endpoint where you had to sort of back out of. Also, like points of connection were sort of awkwardly placed, so the hospitality area was quite far from the door. Our three different brands were sort of represented in very separate ways. So what this space allows us with the racetrack configuration is a way to connect all of our brands and to be able to tell a story in one continuous way where each brand has its own distinct identity, but they're much more interconnected and function in a much better way.
I think for us, when we heard that initial idea, that story and circulation, and each of the three brands, we really wanted to leverage their additive nature to one another. Each brand stands on its own and works very independently, but when combined, they each add an element, and we really wanted to showcase that throughout the space. We wanted every zone, every area to be influenced by the other, yet when you get to Pallas, when you get to Walls, when you get to KI, each stands on its own merit. So it was incredibly fun playing with all these little design elements and heightening them as you went around the space.
And for example, how do you create a space that goes beyond the traditional showroom and becomes a place for people to collaborate, connect, and work every day? Because a few moments ago, Jason was giving us the walkthrough around the place, and we saw like specific spots for people to work and connect. So tell me more about that.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's the thing. This is a working showroom, right? I think you go into some spaces and it is, like a museum. Workers are somewhat hidden in the back unless a customer's in. And so our space specifically, you'll see we have our designers here in-house day in, day out, working with external designers, clients coming in. So we have all of that. We were able to create great spaces for them, spaces to collaborate, and then also work and do really heads down work. We're also integrating a lot of technology into the space, so you'll see full video screens within the space as well. So just creating that really collaborative, comfortable space.
And for you, Rick, maybe that specific needs were challenging for
yeah,
you. So.
I think it was first identifying that there's really two end users,
yeah.
Right? There's KI as a business who needs to utilize the space as a working showroom, a functional place to work and collaborate and be together and do all the wonderful things that KI does from an organization. But then you have the end users that they're actually engaging with, and how do they view the space? How are they going to imagine themselves utilizing the products? What kind of design ideas can be inspired out of this space? So really kind of holding these two elements at the center and working around that design constraint of satisfying both, I think is why the showroom is successful. It works on both balancing the internal needs of KI and then the external needs as a sales and showroom and inspirational, aspirational space for the client.
Rick, you were talking about this space with two end users, one KI.
Mm-hmm.
What aspects of the identity of KI needed to be present in this space that you were able to translate architecturally? Because then we have here like three brands, KI Walls, Pallas Textiles, and now we have the furniture brand. So tell us how you connect these brands with the architecture, and then Jason, tell us more about how these brands are merged in the work ecosystem.
For us, I think it was first identifying that KI has really emerged as not just a product producer, but a real design partner, and leveraging that experience and challenging the team to elevate each piece to really pull in all the wonderful solutions that KI can create. It's not just the product, it's all the design elements that enrich the space. And so from a design and architectural standpoint, we really wanted to pull on each one of those capabilities, showcase them in a unique and interesting way, and really speak to the design community that KI is not just their products, but also a solution provider.
Yeah, and we want people to come in and be inspired by our three brands, right? And we're also, calling this an inspiration center, right? We want people to come in, see what we have to offer, and be inspired by it. So incorporating all three brands into this space. So all of the walls, a lot of the walls you'll see in here are KI walls. The furniture is upholstered in our Pallas Textiles fabric. So we really want to create a lot of overlap between the brands, showcasing them and how they all work together, but then also giving them their separate and defined moments within the space where you can explore the different options and potentials of each brand.
Perfect. And a few moments ago, we were also talking about the specific needs that the products address regarding ADA, some like certifications like WELL, that this is a WELL certified building.
Mm-hmm.
So what role did the ideas around wellness play in this design process of this space?
So we really want to create moments of collaboration, but then also moments of privacy. So acoustical privacy, visual privacy. You'll see it is quite open here, but we have a lot of glass walls where you're able to have private conversations. We have rooms with switchable glass where you can create visual privacy if you need that as well. So we really want to create just a really nice working space for people and provide them all of the benefits of a well-designed space.
I think too, the space is designed for inclusion. It's a very welcoming space. It really feels hospitable. You want to bring people in, you want them to feel comfortable in the environments. It's easy to navigate and get around. All the elements within the space are very accessible. And so that's an important part of being not just designed correctly, but that inclusive nature. It really speaks to the community.
And inclusion, as you said, is a key word regarding this space. So I think this space makes people to want to be here. They want to enter here and see what's inside. So looking ahead to design days and the future of the Inspiration Center, what do you hope architects and designers take away from a visit from this Inspiration Center?
We want people to be inspired, right? And we want people to see the possibilities of the space and the solutions that we provide. If you are familiar with the brand, we want you to be pleasantly surprised by what we're showing and how we put this together. And if you're not familiar with the brand, we hope you walk away seeing the possibilities of what we provide.
Yeah, as designers and architects, we hope that the students that come in see the space and go, I want to do that. The fellow peer designers come in and say, I'm inspired by that. I want to use that product. I want to create something similar. Or even challenge the design and elevate it and say, KI produced this or executed on this level. I want to take it to the next level. I want to do something more imaginative. I want to do something that elevates the design even further. That's the point of a great showroom, is to perpetuate that ongoing design story, that narrative, and continue to build off one another. Because design is an ongoing story. It's a continual narrative that we're all playing a part in.
So Jason, looking ahead to Design Days and the future of this Inspiration Center, what new technologies or new collections are you presenting during this event?
So this year we are debuting our Kaiora collection, which is the first seating collection to include cognitive technology, which is a technology that complements your own body's movement and supports you through your own micro movements. It has won 5 gold Best of Neocon awards, and we're very excited to debut it this year.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Jason. Rick?
Thank you.
Wonderful.